2023 Nissan Z is finally hitting dealerships with the release of 240 Proto Special Editions. And in the words that Nissan wrote directly on their website, the pulse racing Nissan Z Proto Spec offers exclusivity, excitement, and exhilarating performance. With only 240 being built, seeing one will be rare, and seeing one stopped, well, this is a sports car that loves to be driven. And that last sentence is where all the problems with this launch begin. This is how dealerships just killed the new Nissan Z. And our story starts with the loyal Z fan named Sal and his heartbreaking post on Facebook. Two-door sports cars with decent tunable powertrains have seemed like a slowly dying breed over the past few years. We wanted real JDM comebacks of classic rear-wheel drive sports coupes of the 90s. Instead, all we got was a collaboration reboot from Toyota with the new Supra that was basically a rebadged BMW, and the Subaru BRZ, which was a Toyota with a Subaru badge and engine. Toyota still had potential with the GR86, but its lack of power kept a lot of buyers out of the running. The prospects were a little depressing, until we found out Nissan would bring back the Z in a way we never thought they would. On August 17th of 2021, the new Nissan Z was revealed with a 400 horsepower twin-turbo V6, manual transmission, and optional limited slip differential for all your track grip and slidey boy or girl needs. With the reveal of the all-new Z, the feedback from Nissan enthusiasts was incredible.
And you see a lot of the original 240Z in this car.
There's a lot to like here.
It feels special. They did it. Congratulations, Nissan.
Nissan did it. They finally had a vehicle that we could get excited about again. They listened to the people, and the people praise them for it. And when you have a vehicle that you know will crush it in sales, you need the marketing and the hype to propel it into outer space. That's where Ben's story comes into play. Nissan reached out to him for some help promoting the new Z, and this is what happened. Over a year ago, I was super excited to be one of the first hopefuls to purchase the new 2023 Z. Nissan's marketing firm reached out and used my Safari Gold 240Z for their commercial for the launch of the 2023 Z. I even got to see the Proto when the marketing group brought it to my house when returning my borrowed car after filming the commercial. For some time, I was anxiously awaiting the opportunity to purchase the 2023 Z. I was probably one of the loudest proponents of the much-awaited car. Well, no more. My feeling towards the 2023 Z has completely changed considering the way Nissan and the fleets of dealerships have been handling the launch and distribution of the new Proto edition of the Z. The corporate and dealership greed is just plain off-putting, to say the least. Those waiting to be the first to acquire the Proto launch and the first in line are now being shoved aside for deeper pockets. After several discussions with other Z enthusiasts patiently waiting in line, and after personally experiencing certain moves by Nissan and their dealership, markups, and playing games with the pricing, I withdraw myself from the list and will not be acquiring one. I'm sure my opinion doesn't matter and my voice will quickly fade, but just needed to make my point. It took a while to arrive at this opinion. I reached out to other trusted Z enthusiasts to see if they were having different results or different opinions, and after much discussion and thought, I arrived at what seems to be a common story. I made my decision and needed to share my opinion. At the end of the day, it's all I'm worth, just a small voice in a crowd. They used Sal's car for a commercial to promote the new Z, and wouldn't even offer him a Proto Spec at MSRP. Nissan is slowly dying, and the release of the new 2023 Nissan Z was supposed to be the car that dug them out of their 6-foot hole in the ground. But as dealerships always do, and especially in this market, they totally screw things up for the iconic Japanese brand and completely kill the 2023 Nissan Z launch. And if you're a bit skeptical and don't believe me when I say that Nissan is really struggling and they barely have any cars on the lot to sell, and that markups are just going to slow things down even more, let me show you something. This is a Nissan dealership here in Boise, Idaho, and you can see that there's quite a few cars on the lot. It's a mix of Nissans over here and other cars and used cars, like kind of all over the place. But the lot is completely full and there's not an empty space to be had. Now let's take a short drive in my Jeep over to that Nissan dealership and I'll show you what that lot looks like right now. And there's my Jeep parked in the best spot here. There is the Nissan dealership right there. I see a Frontier, a bunch of Volkswagens and Mercedes cars. There's another Frontier right there. But look how empty this lot is. Got what it looks like some Pathfinders here, Altima and a Sentra. A bunch of used cars that are not Nissans over here. A few trucks in this back corner lot. But as you can see here, compared to that Google Maps view from a while back, there is nothing on this lot. It is almost completely empty, and there's probably just a handful of Nissans, maybe 10 total, on this lot. Yeah, pretty nice 4X right there, Nissan Frontier. And there is another Frontier right here. Let's see if they actually have a dealer markup on this Frontier real quick. See here, we've got manufacturer suggested base price of $38,120, premium package, tech package, destination charges, total $47,15. Now I sat here looking for any kind of markup that I could see on the sticker itself, and it took me a minute to find it, but it's almost kind of hidden right here on this little side sticker, this little booger right here where it says MSRP $47.15 right there. You look down here, there's an ADM of $59.95 for a total of $53 and $10. So just as I expected, there's a dealer markup. This Nissan Murano right here, $6,000 markup as well. So Nissan is really struggling. They can't build vehicles, they can't get enough on the lot, and then the ones that they have on the lot are marked up, so then that makes it even harder just to sell. So marking up the new Z, that should really be the savior of Nissan, does not make any sense. They need to get these vehicles out, they need to get them in the hands of customers, and they need to move this company forward. Enthusiasts are the ones who promote cars like the Z. They start Facebook groups and forums, share how cool these are with the world, will drive them on the road, post to social media, and build more hype. In turn, leading to more sales, which Nissan desperately needs to stay alive. The automotive enthusiast is what will save Nissan. But sadly, greedy Nissan dealers are shutting them out and people are angry. Remember when I read that line of text from the Nissan website saying that it was rare and you won't ever see one stopped because it loves to be driven? The Nissan Z is absolutely a car that loves to be driven. But when dealerships mark up what's supposed to be an affordable everyday sports car to almost double the MSRP, collectors are just going to shove them in the garage for years and flippers are going to take full advantage of this insane market. And what about the enthusiasts? They won't be able to afford them for years. The Nissan Z dealer markups have already started, and the amount dealers are asking for these Proto Zs is borderline outrageous. We knew there was a lot of hype around the new Z, and we know the quantities for any new model are pretty limited in the first few months to the first year. But with continuing supply chain problems, along with the pandemic's lingering effects on production, it's just made 2020 anything but a normal year for the automotive industry. But still, those markups for this Proto Z are just mind-blowing. There's been some posts on the new NissanZ.com forum that shows you just how wild these markups are getting from dealers. One post showed an ad for a Proto Spec Nissan Z for $125,000, with that dealer, Nissan of Irvine, reminding buyers that there's less than 300 of these that will ever be made. Another dealership, and this one was in Kentucky, was spotted charging a $50,000 markup, and meanwhile, a forum poster found Mike Resi Nissan selling one for $79,000 on cars.com. Now, of course, Nissan plans on building just 240 of these Proto Spec Zs for the American market, with an MSRP at $52,990. But just because it's limited doesn't mean they have to charge double the price of the MSRP and take advantage of people's excitement. The website truthaboutcars.com reached out to Nissan corporate to get their comments on what these dealers are doing. And if you think Nissan is going to help fight these insane dealer markups, you're wrong. Here's what Nissan had to say about these dealer markups. As Nissan invests in our future together, we are focused on delivering strong customer satisfaction. Go on. Our manufacturers suggested retail prices are determined after extensive research to provide the right value proposition for the customer. However, the final price of a vehicle is determined by the selling dealer. We expect dealers to be transparent with our customers regarding pricing, which will help to increase loyalty for future purchases and services. If Nissan corporate doesn't care if dealers mark these up, then I don't see how anyone is going to go back to these dealers for future purchases or service. I know I wouldn't. I hate to see all these dealer shenanigans going on because I'm a huge Nissan enthusiast. My first car was an '89 Nissan 240SX that I bought for $900 from a junkyard, and then I rebuilt it. I also had two Nissan Zs, and one of them was even a twin turbo. I'm really looking forward to the next couple years when all of this hype wears down on the Nissan, supply chain issues get figured out, and just about anyone is able to get their hands on a Z that has the money at MSRP. But until then, let's watch this craziness play out, and make sure you smash the like button because it really helps the reach of my videos, and I'll see you next time.